Hello, hello, hello. All right, team, what's good? Can we hear me? How are we doing? Hmm. Cool. Thanks, Tony. Shout out. Ritual objects. What's good? Shout out. Yeah, my shit was acting up a second ago. I don't know why. It was like what am I trying to say? Like I hit the fucking YouTube studio shit was lagging. I don't know why, but yeah, it was being weird. But in any case, I think we got it settled now. We're here doing the thing. Oh man. Housekeeping. Housekeeping. Many things to housekeep. Um, what did I want to say at the jump? There were a few things I wanted to get out of the way. I'm tired as shit. I don't know if that's obvious yet, but I'm tired as shit. This might be a shorter stream. We'll see how it goes. If y'all are active and chat is popping off and stuff, it'll probably give me energy to keep it going, but if I'm steering, if I'm driving the whole time, it might be a bit of a short stream because, you know, it's a lot. Yeah, I was hoping to. I'm kind of hoping to start doing these earlier, but sorry, y'all. There is something in my eye. I just did my makeup, and I feel like I did something wrong. Mm, yeah, I think I just straight up fucked that up. Um, Yeah, I'm hoping to start doing these earlier, like 7-ish, 7:15 instead of 8:15, but today I just could not get it together in time. I had took a nap earlier and I woke up and I just had to eat, and then by the time I got done with that, I was like, all right. All right. I just got to do this, you know. If you are here, feel free to say hi. Shout out to everybody who is here, who got here early. I appreciate you. Early is good. That's good. Um, what else do I want to say? Okay, so I just got back from Texas. My brother got his PhD, so I went down by myself to meet my family there, and he was supposed to have a graduation thing, but it's a whole thing. He's fine, but like it's a whole thing. It didn't end up happening. But I spent a few days in Texas, which was kind of scary on account of it being Texas. Um, and I kind of spent more time on planes than I did in Texas almost. Like I was there for like a day and a half, and I was like flying a day and a half. Um so that was yesterday. I got home at like 10:30 last night and I'm exhausted. And I gotta say also spending time with my family is difficult for me. Um I can't imagine they're watching this, so I guess I'll just speak frankly, but like I don't know, man. Just getting misgendered constantly and just masking constantly, sleeping on a shitty air mattress didn't help. But um you know, my brother and his boyfriend were very nice. It was nice to see them. And you know what, my parents were pretty nice to me, all things considered. I grade on a curve with these things, but I don't know, man. I got home. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be this personal, but I got home last night and I was just like almost like dissociating, and like I just felt so dysphoric and like not myself. I was like, I don't know, I felt like a stranger in my own body, and um that was not fun. But hey, at least I didn't get harassed or groped at TSA, so that was cool. And I didn't have any issues actually in Texas with harassment or anything weird, so Happy about that. No wonder you are tired. Yeah. Um, family time is always draining. TV Kane, thanks for being here. Yeah, it's rough. um, that feels like a fairly universal experience. Dealing with family is exhausting. Glad I don't have to generally do it too much anymore. I'm really glad it's not just me. I feel like this is a community where we can relate and we all have similar experiences with this kind of stuff, but I don't know, my brother gets along with my family so well and my cousin seems to, and I always feel like the odd one out. Look at me, you know? It's big surprise, right? Um I don't know. I'm always kind of feel like I'm fucking up or like I'm doing something wrong or like there's something wrong with me when I spend time with my family, to be honest. It's not my favorite thing. Oh, I also forgot to mention I was kind of sick. I don't know what happened, but my sinuses were not happy. No, my brother went to college there. We grew up in Virginia. Um, but he I don't remember why. He got some kind of good program over there for he does microbiology or something. And or something. He does do microbiology. And that's where he's been living for a few years now. And I hadn't had a chance to visit yet because I can't afford the plane tickets. But thankfully my parents bought me the plane ticket, so I was able to go see him. But yeah. It's it's been a lot. I feel better. I still feel tired and I still feel a little stuffy. I don't know if I sound a little stuffy. I feel like I do, but that could just be me. But I don't know, man. It's just rough. I it's just tough, you know. Um yeah, I don't know. It's like it's in a beach town too, so like fuck, man, like the salt water was just like or the salty air was like murder on my sinuses. It was not fun. I don't know. I got to try some good vegan spots, so I was excited about that. Um, you know, got to get to know my brother's boyfriend better, which was nice because he's a really nice guy. I like him a lot. Um, got to see their house, which I was, or their apartment, which was nice. Got to hang out with his dog, which was nice. I don't know, man. I probably won't say more than that, but it's really hard. Family stuff is really difficult, and I'm just fucking tired. So that is all to say. We'll see how many reviews we get through today. But I what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh, the commission reviews. I didn't get to a lot of them. I'm sorry. I was on planes and in Texas for most of the week, so um unfortunately I only got to 2 of them, but I'll do those today and then we'll keep catching up, and then obviously if I get any today, I'll add those to the list. Um Bit of a champagne problem, I know, but between the commissions and the I guess other commissions, the essay commissions I'm doing for Blu-ray releases, I have a lot on my plate this month and dog sitting and stuff too, but we're getting through it. I appreciate you all for your support and for keeping me afloat in this weird time that we're all living through, and this weird sort of transitional period I'm going through with work and stuff, because as I mentioned last week, I'm losing my only W-2 income, so flying is draining, so I don't think anyone can blame you. I appreciate that a lot. I just have the type of brain where I'm like fucking exhausted today because I've been flying all week, and I'm just like, you're such a piece of shit, you lazy piece of shit. You didn't watch all the stuff you had commissioned for you. You're behind on your on your essays, and like you barely have the energy to stream today. You're not cut out for this. Fuck you. I'm just like I don't know, man. My brain needs to be nicer to me. It's rough. But we're here. We're doing the thing. I don't know how long it'll be, but thank you all for showing up. Thank you all for being here. I actually have something to show off. A lot of people get sinus issues from flying. Hopefully you feel better soon. That makes me feel better. Um, I think I already had something. Like, I considered canceling the trip because I was like, I can tell something is going on. I just don't know how severe it's gonna be. And I think the plane just like accelerated it and got it to its peak. And then on the way back, I felt a lot better, but my ears are still kind of fucked up. My sinuses are still kind of messed up. I'm gonna go grab some water, and I also have something I want to show off, so I will be right back. All right, gang, we're back. We are so back. um. Okay. Um. Yes, I brought. I brought something fresh in from Australia. Okay, so my friend Dustin is also on this release, and he got his contributor copy like a couple weeks ago. Hey, Andrew, thanks for being here. He got his copy a few weeks ago, so I was kind of like, oh shit, I wonder where mine is. And I kind of wondered if it got lost in the mail, but it is indeed here. It is here in my hands. It exists. The new Blu-ray of Noriko's Dinner Table from New Wave Video is here in my hands, and it can be in yours if you order it. Why is this in my hands, you may ask? Well, that's an astute question, viewer. You are so smart. Here's that. I don't know if you can see that, but that's me on the booklet. All right, there's your disc. Pretty cool. And then here is your booklet. You know, I don't know actually if this is only going to be included in the limited edition. I hope they'll still have it when the slipcovers sell out. But here's your booklet. And first we have this essay from my friend Dustin. Get a little preview there. And then I'll give you another little preview. That's me. In the liner notes. Are You Connected to Yourself? Identity and Alienation in Noriko's Dinner Table by Celeste Cabra. That's me. So I'm in this. Tony, you pick up most things. Did you pick this up? Do you pick up any of the New Wave releases? I have this and still need to watch it and read the booklet. Congrats. Awesome. Thank you for picking this up. I appreciate it. Don't feel bad. I just checked my letterbox and I watched 0 movies in May. What the fuck? Yeah, you should watch a movie tonight. After we wrap up here, that's your homework, is to watch a movie tonight. I've not picked it up. That's okay. Have you picked up Hair High from Deaf Crocodile? You should pick that up. It's really good. I'm also in that. Anyway, so the slipcover it looks like a Vinegar Syndrome slipcover, like it has the nice spot gloss and everything, but it's definitely a thinner cardboard. But bro, this artwork they got commissioned is fucking crazy. Like, it's so good. I will say, this makes it look like a horror movie. It's not a horror movie, but you want an autograph? I'll autograph it for you if you want. And then I hope that they end up moving to the clear cases at some point, because I'm not the biggest fan of the thick blue cases, but this is they're definitely getting there. They still don't. Oh wait, yeah, they do now. They actually have barcodes now. The first few releases didn't have barcodes, so that's cool. They're getting there. It's a very DIY sort of thing. It's a very small company, but shout out my boy John, who runs this. Yeah, that's that. I'm pretty excited about it. And with that being said, I have additional news. I shared this on my Instagram, but I'll talk about it here too. Let me put this back here. You can't even see it. Anyway. I'm gonna put it up. Eventually, this whole backdrop, all right, is gonna be stuff that I'm on. All right, that's the goal. That's what we're doing. All right. Yeah, I'm manifesting this. I'm gonna fill up this whole backdrop with stuff that I'm on. I will put it in the chat. Oh, Ritual already got it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Tony, check those out. I appreciate it. Okay, now it's time for me to share my third official announcement, I think. Maybe fourth. It's the third one that's announced that you can buy. Let me pull it up. Nope, that's not the right one. You met Bill Plimpton once. He was really nice. That's awesome. He was really nice when I interviewed him. I've not met him in person, but I did talk to him for a little while. All right. So let me share this. And it's not working. Why would it work? I don't know why it does that. That's annoying, but okay. Let's zoom in on this. That's better. All right, Tony, while you're on the Deaf Crocodile website, grab this one too. Tomorrow, deluxe limited edition pre-sale from our friends at Deaf Crocodile. So here's the limited edition slipcase. I will say, they just announced on the Deaf Crocodile podcast, because because I listened to it because I talked about this release. That they're not going to be doing these slipcases anymore. I think they're just kind of cost prohibitive and also sort of very bulky. So they're going to be switching back to a slipcover model, which I'm happy with because it's less shelf space. But it does create a little bit of inconsistency. I know they're still going to do slipcases for a lot of the multi-film sets and stuff, but this is going to be one of the last titles that you can get that is just a slipcase. Oh, their sale was awesome. I wish I could have participated in that, but shit, that's good stuff. But yeah, what they're going to do, can I just say real quick? Can I just say Def Crocodile are the goats. Okay, can I just say that real quick? I mean, one, they keep hiring me, so they're goated for that. But also, so part of why they're doing this is so they're going to start putting all the essays and everything in booklets that are included in the standard edition, so that you don't have to worry about missing the essays for the limited edition. Like, all you have to do is all you get is a slipcase, and that's just how it should be. And it might hurt their sales, I don't know, but it's like very customer forward. It's very artist forward, and like nobody else is doing that. No one. Def Crocodile is the GOAT. All right. So please support them. They're so fucking sick. All right. Anyway, nice shirt. Thank you. Hi, Jeff. Thanks for being here. Swans is goated. All right. I love them. I haven't heard their new record yet, but I do love them. Right now, I'm re-listening to the new record from the Acacia Strain. So sick. One of the best deathcore bands out there. But also just like beatdown bands. Like, they're so sick. All right. Anyway, back to this. So I have a new visual essay on this. Dude, the Acacia Strain is so good. If you're into hardcore, you should listen to the Acacia Strain. Anyway. Tomorrow, 1970. Shipping in late June. 21-year-old Olivia Newton-John stars pre-Grease fame in this utterly bonkers mod pop sci-fi musical about a multiracial group of London art college students whose songs are the cure to the computer sterility suffered by the alien Alphoids circling Earth in their crystal spacecraft. It's the only thing planet Earth can teach us, the vibrations of youth, as the androgynous Alphoids, led by veteran British actor Roy Dotrice, tell Olivia and band. A jaw-dropping, must-be-seen-to-be-believed combination of Josie and the Pussycats and the Man Who Fell to Earth. The film is filled with super groovy sunshine pop tunes, student protests, and carefree sexual hijinks, plus aliens. The Alphoids' glimmering ship is like Superman's Fortress of Solitude on ecstasy, one of the film's highlights. Directed and written by the great British filmmaker Val Guest, the first two Quatermass films, The Day the Earth Caught Fire. He also did a lot of good stuff for Hammer, like a lot of their war movies are really good. In his most pop-friendly Casino Royale style, Tomorrow was produced by James Bond 007 co-producer Harry Saltzman and veteran American music impresario Don Kirshner, who were intent on creating another The Archies the Monkey style sensation. The other band members include guitarist vocalist Benny Thomas, fringe jacket-wearing drummer Carl Chambers, who played with Philly area groups like MFSB and Archie Bell and the Drells, and keyboardist Vic Cooper. But it's clearly Newton-John with her irresistible smile, blonde locks, and Dolly Bird clothes that's the superstar of the group. Her slang dialogue of "not you, you drongo" is a great throwaway nod to her Aussie roots. Released for barely a week on its original 1970 run, and unseen for decades, Tomorrow has been restored by the British Film Institute and Def Crocodile from the original 35 negative for the first time. Sure, I dig it. We're too much. We're Tomorrow. Okay, yeah, they do have hella breakdown, so it's not really your thing. Who is this from? Def Crocodile, the goats. Special features. Archival video interview with writer-director Val Guest, conducted by The Guardian. The Nose Has It, 1942, delightful World War II propaganda short about the danger of spreading germs, directed by a young Val Guest and starring comedian Arthur Askey. If I Could Turn You On, 1969, stark experimental film documenting an avant-garde performance at the Camden Roundhouse, one of the locations used in Tomorrow. New audio commentary by author and music historian Andrew Sandoval. And, pay attention, Tomorrow, Musical Humanism Through the Stars. New visual essay by film critic Celeste. That's me. New visual essay by Someone's Favorite Productions featuring a 1988 audio interview for the British Entertainment History Project with director Val Guest discussing his work on Tomorrow, moderated by Roy Fowler. Blu-ray authoring by Vital Passenger. Do they not do Fidelity in Motion anymore? That's weird. I'll have to look into that. New art by Beth Morris. Hard slipcase featuring new artwork by Beth Morris. 60-page illustrated booklet. Transcript of 2002 Q&A with Val Guest conducted by Dennis Bartok. New essay on Val Guest and Yolandi Donlan by Deaf Crocodile's Dennis Bartok. New essay by film critic Walter Shaw. Limited to 1250 units. So, from what I understand, they're going to be switching to the slipcover model, and they're going to be lowering their print runs, so stuff is going to sell out a lot faster. So, if you're into this, pick this up. I am so genuinely so proud of the essay I did on this. I think it's really great. So, I'm biased, but, you know. Yeah, Blu-ray authoring by Vital Passenger. I wonder if Fidelity in Motion is just too booked up right now. I wonder what's going on there. Let's see, he did that one. It is a lot of fun. It's a really fun movie. It's silly. I'm trying to find out when they stopped being able to use Fidelity in Motion. It doesn't say on this one. That's an old one. Oh, shit. No, Blu-ray authoring by Vital Passenger. For Hair High as well. I wonder what happened. Alright, y'all, not to FOMO it up right now, but this Hair High limited edition, there's 6 left. Go scoop that shit. I mean, I'm on the standard edition too, but 6 left for this one. Check it out. How many of these did they sell? 1750? That's pretty cool. Just think about that. How many thousands of discs have my work on them? Very cool. Okay, now I'm just curious when... I'm just looking around on their website because there's a lot of interesting stuff going on here. Yeah, they just moved their whole warehouse, so they're finding some stuff. But if you're into this, if you missed the Ruslan and Ludmila OCN slipcover with the Tony Stella artwork, it's $5, which is very reasonable. I know some people are like really into it. So check that out. Hmm. I'm at the point at which slipcovers just went away. What do you mean? Oh, wait, hold on. Hell yeah. Thanks for doing that. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy. Oh, I fucked up, y'all. Sorry. This is the dinged version that only has 6 left. So it's a little bit cheaper. The regular one, it looks like has copies. That's my bad. That's my bad, y'all. Hopefully if anybody ordered it, they double check that. But yeah, good stuff. I'm sure the dings are very minor. They are probably pretty good about this stuff, so I see. Yeah, we have a lot of ding stuff. Okay. But yeah, lots of cool stuff here. Does this stuff ship in-house now, or do you have to order it separately still? Yeah. You can't bundle shipping with this stuff, which is why I haven't ordered any of their merch. I'm not understanding what the difference is between the MVD standard and the regular standard. I don't quite understand that, but that's okay. Anyway, lots of cool stuff on here. Check that shit out. Yeah, Tony, I didn't think it was your thing. I was worried that I accidentally led you astray to buy a scratch and dent, but I'm sure you know what you're doing. Hmm. Yeah. I don't care about them. I'm over them. Me too. I'm kind of done. It's just a lot of room. It's a lot of FOMO. You know? I'd rather, it kind of depends on what the artwork is. Like, this is an example of something where I do really want the slipcover because it's so beautiful. But, um, you know, this would be fine. It would still play just as good, but come on, man. This is gorgeous. So, like, just because of my appreciation for art and artists, I guess, I do still would rather have it for some things, but I'm not really at the point where it's a deal breaker for me at all anymore. It is what it is, right? Yeah, you're pretty new at this, huh, buddy? The new waves, the slip art is usually better than the cover. Yeah, it usually is. I'm gonna check the stock inventory on that. There's certain movies where they're cool, but at this point where everything is so expensive, I just want the movie. Yeah, for sure. We all have to kind of triage our spending. Mm, doesn't look like it is low on stock yet. I don't see what it's limited to, though. Mm. Okay, it's actually not even saying that this is limited, so y'all might be good to get that as is. We'll see. All right, what are we doing today? I'm not just plugging products, I promise. um, have they released anything without a slip yet? New Wave? I don't think so. Let me check. None in Rope Hell t-shirt. Pretty cool. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Oh, that's cool. They have this new sleeve variant where you can put it in your old Blu-ray and it actually has a barcode and stuff on it. And they did the same thing for this. That's really cool. And it's free. I still need to grab Nighty Night, and it would be nice to upgrade Visitor Q. Yeah. This artwork is sick. Big fan of that. I probably shouldn't just be scrolling here willy-nilly, but what can you do? Yeah, I was definitely curious about this because it came out at the same time. Yeah, None and Rope Hell looks sick. I don't know. I believe they're going to be printing more of these, but they are out of stock right now. Classy slipcover. I like that. Very cool. Anyway. I'm fucking sleepy. Let me check their FAQs. Okay, 25 USD for each of these is pretty good, honestly. 40 Australian. I didn't realize the exchange rate was that drastic. Good night, all. Hope you all have a great week. Feel better. Thanks, Tony. I appreciate that. Have a good night. All right. Let's do some reviews, yeah? Let's do the ones that are in the title, so I don't get myself in trouble by not doing it. Okay, y'all. So this was kind of a meme for me. Ever since I saw the trailer, I was like, this looks ridiculous, but it also looks amazing. I am a big fan. I'm an easy mark for talking animal movies, okay? If it's got a cute animal in it, yo, I'm all about it. All right? I love this shit, all right? And so I saw the trailer and I was like, this is going to be the movie of the year. Low key, I was like, it's not going to be that good, but it'll probably be fun and cute and I'll enjoy it, so I'm going to go see it. But I was like, I kept saying, movie of the year incoming. The Sheep Detectives. All right? And what do you know? I went to see it in Texas. I saw it in a really nice movie theater. I'm not kidding. It is the movie of the year so far for me. I loved it so much. All right? Let me read you my review. Maybe I've just become an easier mark since my cat died, but this made me cry 3 times. Such a beautiful manifesto for veganism and animal rights, and a touching examination of animals' inner worlds and the invaluable bonds that we can create with kindness and love. It's also an overtly secular film for kids that confronts death head on, which is not only rare but so important. We keep the ones we love. We keep the ones we love alive through our memories, not through denial or false comfort. And I put some sheep emojis at the end. I'm not kidding about any of that. It is like I saw the reviews start to come in and people actually really liked it, and I was like, "Is this for real? Is this actually like a great movie?" And my friend Dustin was like, this is a Celeste movie. You're gonna like this movie." And I was like, "All right." I don't think I'm reading too much into it. It's pretty clear in the text of the film that this is like very pro veganism, or at least vegetarianism. But come on, you know. Is it animated? It is not animated. And I'll tell you what, it works. The live action works. Like the CGI, it doesn't feel uncanny. It doesn't take you out of the movie. It's very I don't know. I feel like since Rise of the Planet of the Apes and since Better Man, like we've really got this shit on lock, and like we can make really good CGI that doesn't feel weird at this point. But yeah, the ending of this movie had me like fucking weeping, like just weeping for a while. Okay, and that was like the third time that it had gotten me. It's so beautiful. I think the themes are so important and so kind and loving, and like I don't know, man, this is like an antidote for like the bullshit that we're all going through and like all the awful shit that's out there. Like this is just a beautiful, tender-hearted, genuine film that I think our society needs, and I really want everybody to go see it. It's so fucking good. I love it so much. Okay. I changed the cover to this like Wes Anderson ass looking one because I think this kind of creates, I don't know, the official posters just look a little silly. Like it doesn't look like a serious movie, you know? Like these posters are fine, but like it looks a bit goofy, you know? This looks like what the Criterion cover would look like, you know? I would love to see this get a Criterion release. I don't think that would ever happen, but it would be awesome. A new breed of mystery. Okay. George Hardy is a shepherd who reads detective novels to his beloved sheep every night, assuming they can't possibly understand. When a mysterious incident disrupts life on the farm, the sheep realize they must become the detectives. As they follow the clues and investigate human suspects, they prove that even sheep can be brilliant crime solvers. So it's not maybe as funny as I would hope. It's not like laugh out loud funny. It is pretty funny. This is good. I like this. Look at Hugh Jackman nursing a little baby lamb. It's adorable. It's so good, y'all. Oh, it's so good. Looking at these images, I want to watch it again. I love them so much. The sheep are so good. Ugh, this movie made me cry so much. Hell yeah. Look at that. Look at that. So good. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is special. I really do love it. Like I think it's gonna go, I think it's gonna age well. I think people are gonna look back on it very fondly. I think it's gonna be kind of reclaimed as like a very artistic, like very thoughtful family film. I don't think it's a kids movie. It's definitely like a family movie. Okay, but also like the religious, like there's a bit in it where they're like kind of low-key making fun of Catholicism, and the whole movie is about death, and there's not really like this fucking ridiculous like religious message. Like it's an overtly secular understanding of death, which like our society in general needs really badly. Like people don't know how to handle death in our society. It's like a whole thing, you know? It's just like very it's a taboo subject. It makes people uncomfortable, so they don't want to deal with it. But like we need strategies for coping with death that don't involve giving your money to a church or like surrendering your life to a church, or you know, your freedoms or whatever the case may be. Like we need some non-fear based ways to cope with death, right? Sheep Detectives, heady stuff, beautiful stuff. I love it. I got a promotional poster at a screening for something else before I had seen it. I'm really glad I grabbed that because I'm really happy to be able to hang that up. Yeah. Go check that shit out. Next. Let's do this one next. Jeez, that's a high rating. Okay, relax. Can go right over your right shoulder. It could. It could. That actually, I do have some plans for this wall. I know it looks a little barren at the moment, and I need to fix that, but I do have plans for it that are gonna be cool. So we'll see. Okay, let's do Obsession next, because that seems to be the hot new thing right now. The movie, the horror film du jour of the time, right? Obsession, directed by Curry Barker. Be careful who you wish for. After breaking the mysterious one-wish Willow to win his crush's heart, a hopeless romantic finds himself getting exactly what he asked for, but soon discovers that some desires come at a dark, sinister price. As you can see, I gave this a 7 out of 10. So, like, okay. I liked it, but I didn't... I really liked it, but I didn't love it, and I'm not head over heels for it like a lot of other people are. I was seeing reviews calling this like the best horror film in years. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty entertaining, but I think that's kind of it. Maybe this is going to be a hot take. I don't know. Maybe I'll be vindicated. Maybe I'll watch it again sometime and be like, oh, I was wrong. This actually rules, and it's actually way deeper than I was giving it credit for. I just feel like thematically the film is a little bit shallow. Like it's literally just a movie about like it's based on like a cliche, literally, like, you know, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. Like, yeah. Like the whole monkey's paw thing, you know? Like it's a pretty well-worn trope in storytelling, generally speaking, right? Not to say that that's a bad thing, you know? I just was wondering if it was going to have anything new or different or novel to say about that concept, and it kind of doesn't, in my opinion. Please tell me if you think I'm wrong or if you have any disagreements or whatever, but like I do kind of just think it was pretty good. Does Obsession feature a grief, trauma, plot, or subplot? I ask because of modern horror have those. I just turn them off because I'm so tired of those and they're never handled well. Sort of, but not really. No, I would say maybe that's why people are liking it so much, is because it gets away from that. And that really is just like what every horror movie wants to do right now. There is an element of that a little bit. I will say for cat lovers, beware. There's a dead cat right at the beginning of this, and it continues throughout. That was tough for me, given recent life events. That sucked, but it was, it is what it is, you know? Yeah. I don't know, man. I just don't know that there's a lot to this. Like the performances are good. The special effects are good. I'm just trying to think. I don't know. I just didn't think it had that much new or that much like maybe it was just overhyped, you know? I was expecting a lot more. And like some of the stuff in it is just frustrating. You know, I think maybe this is the point where like Like, the whole first like 30 to 40 minutes of this, I was like, oh my god, just talk to each other. You know, like fucking straight people, monogamous people, y'all get it together. Like, talk to each other, please. Please, for the love of God. And maybe that's what the movie is about. Like, if y'all had just communicated, none of this would have happened, you know? So I appreciate that at least. I'll give it some credit with that. I think this and Together would make a good double feature for your sort of deranged relationship body horror shit, you know? I will say, how do you pronounce her name? Indy Navarrete? Her performance is really good. People are talking about like Oscar worthy. I don't know about that. Like, I think it is really good, but I do think it is a little bit um I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say this. Maybe this is whack. I don't know. I've seen comparisons to Isabella Johnny in Possession, and I find that, I don't know, come on. Like, it's not that, you know? It is a little bit histrionic, and there's like a comedic element to it as well. Here's the other thing about this movie is that it is pretty funny. Um, there's nothing wrong with that. I like a movie that can kind of weave genres, but like, I do think it takes away from the horror when I'm laughing a lot of the time, you know? Like, it is a funny movie. And I do think her performance has a lot of comedy in it, which is fine, but I do feel like makes it less powerful, I guess. I mean, a horror film, I'm not necessarily going into it expecting new takes on anything unless it's specific filmmakers. That's fair. I don't know. I think very highly of the genre. You know, I think it's capable of making such interesting comments and such interesting of creating such interesting exploration into different themes. I think it does it in a way that other genres can't. So like, I do expect a lot out of horror movies. Not necessarily popcorn ones like slashers or whatever. Those can just be fun, but you know, distributed by Neon, and like, I did have an expectation that this would be a little bit like more artsy maybe. And maybe that's just not what it's doing, you know, and that's fine. So I don't know. This just sounds like a popcorn movie to me though. I think it is. And that's, but I don't know, I'm reading the reviews and people are giving this a lot of like heady praise. I don't know, people are talking about how it's like such an amazing, like earth-shattering and like all-timer performance and stuff, and like, I don't know, I just don't know that I see that, to be honest. And maybe that's just me. I also do think there is a way to read this movie where it might just be like low-key misogynistic. Like, there is a way to read this movie where it's like, oh, bitches be crazy, you know? Um, I don't think that's what it's doing, to be clear. I really don't. But I did kind of feel that a little bit watching it, and I could see a less thoughtful person walking away with that as the message, you know? Although I will say, I was getting flashbacks from some of my relationships and watching this shit, so, you know. There's just someone named Justice in this. No last name, just Justice. All right. I don't know. Maybe I'll Okay, it looks like my friend Annie had a similar take to me, which is like, this is fun for what it is, but it's not that much more than that. I don't know, man. I guess I don't need to justify it too much that I feel more lukewarm than like super taken away by this or whatever, but I think it's pretty good, you know. Check it out. It's a fun time. Maybe I'll revisit it, you know, or maybe I'll revisit my thoughts on it. I hesitate to move on because I want to make sure that my thoughts are cogent and that I am defending my points well enough. But you know, it is what it is. I'm allowed to have a different opinion. It's fine. 4.2 is a crazy rating, though. I don't know. Like, witnessing Indy Navarrette's performance in this is how I imagine it felt to watch Isabella Adjani's subway scene in Possession upon its premiere. You feel like you're getting in on the ground floor of something truly special, something that will be studied and celebrated for decades to come, both for the performance and performer. Not to shit on this person at all. Like, that's fine if that's your take. I'm just like, I just don't see that at all. Like, I don't think we're in the same universe here. Like, I think that it is. I just think it's a little bit like silly. Like, I think it's a little bit more. I didn't feel that same level of pathos or like connection to these characters that I did. If I watch it and love it, we're going to have discussions. I mean, I hope you do, and I hope we do. Like, I would love to hear why people think this is so special. I guess I'm just like, for something like Isabella Adjani's performance, all of that is in service of like something really, really thematically rich and really, really unique and transgressive, right? And this, I just don't know that it is. It doesn't feel like the movie is about her, you know? It feels like the movie's about him. And so she doesn't really get much room to like develop as a character outside of just doing crazy shit. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. I don't have to see what everybody else sees. I have much more fun though when everybody hates a movie and I love it than when everybody loves a movie and I'm like lukewarm about it. That's like kind of my least favorite takeaway from a movie, you know? It's just like, because if also like if I hated it, then I could just be a contrarian about it and like also have a hot take and, you know, really defend something. But I'm just like, I don't know, man, it's pretty good. Anyway, added to watch list. Yeah, I think it's interesting at least. I think it's worth a watch. Um, mm, okay, what's next? Do I want to shit on more movies right now? Is that what I want to do? Not really. But is that what I'm gonna do? Probably. All right. Yes. Okay. Oh man. Okay. All right. Forbidden fruits. The Coven just clocked in. Free Eden employee Apple secretly runs a witchy femme cult in the basement of the mall store after hours with fellow fruits, Cherry and Fig. But when new hire Pumpkin challenges their performative sisterhood, the women are forced to face their own poisons or succumb to a bloody fate. All right. All right. I'm going to be careful how I talk about this because there's a way to shit on this that is whack that I'm not interested in. All right. I'm sure a lot of people are going to see this and hate it for the wrong reasons because they're misogynists or because they're boring people and they just want horror to be the same thing over and over and over again. But here's the thing. This movie is bad. I really hate it. It's really bad. See, I want to see this, but I know going in it's going to be trash. That's fine. I went in with pretty. I didn't really have any expectations. I didn't really know much about it. I I had a very fun experience where my girlfriend invited me to see this with her and her friends, and she had mixed feelings about it. She was lukewarm about it, but her friends loved it, and I fucking hated it. And I had to be like, I had to play it cool, all right? Because here's the thing. Contrary to maybe some people's beliefs, I don't like just shitting on things just to shit on them. I don't like raining on people's parades. That's not what I like to do, okay? I like to like things, okay? I like to be I like to lift things up rather than tear them down. And when other people are having a good time, I want to be having a good time. I'm not a fucking person that wants to be a stick in the mud about things, all right? So when they were saying how great it was, I just was not agreeing, you know? I didn't disagree, but I was just like, you know? Nobody asked me directly what I thought about it, other than my girlfriend, which was nice, because she was like, I feel like you hated that. I was like, I fucking hated that. Okay. This is the most fucking... Look, here's the thing. Part of the reason why I went to see this is because I always go out of my way to watch and support films directed by women, and especially genre films directed by women, because I know it's so much harder to get your movie made, especially like a horror movie made as a woman, right? Here's the and so I take no joy in shitting on this movie, all right? That's not what I want to do. I would rather be loving it, but at the end of the day, I think it's terrible and I hate it. And here's how I'm going to describe it in the most flattering terms, okay? Here's your elevator pitch. If this sounds like fun to you, you should watch it, okay? This is like if Mean Girls was written by Zillennials, set in a mall, and was also a horror movie. That sounds kind of dope, right? Like, I'd go see that, and I did. But like, if that sounds really great to you, good. I hope you go see it. I hope you enjoy it. For me, this is the most insufferable, like, girl boss feminist bullshit. I cannot stand it. I thought the script was terrible, like, just truly awful. It felt like it was 100 years long. Like, it just kept going and kept going and kept going, and like, there was not a good sense of pacing or a good sense of like plot structure. Like, things would happen without like in a succession where they were like kind of confusing, or I was like, what the fuck is happening in this movie? Or like things were what am I trying to say? It's been a minute since I saw it, but like, I don't know, the way it's put together is just kind of like, it doesn't feel like it feels like they were writing it as they were going. Like, it doesn't feel like it had like a big structure, overall narrative or whatever, a through line or what have you. Let me change my music real quick. What do I want to listen to? I will listen to the rest of this new Sunken album. If you're into DSBM, check out Sunken. They're pretty good. I think I was on this one. Okay. Yeah, the script felt messy. It felt unfinished. It felt bizarrely paced. What else? Okay, here's the other thing. All right. All right, you see this necklace going on right now? You see this, right? All right. This shit baited me as fuck, all right? I'm not gonna accuse it necessarily of queer baiting or whatever, but hey Addy, shout out. I've been on a black metal kick lately, but goddamn, something will come up and 90% of the time it's bullshit at SBM anymore. Dude, Sunken is not at SBM, so check them out, but like, that's why I kind of stopped listening to black metal as much as I was, because I was fucking sick of it. Like, it's so infested with this bullshit, you know? You just like scratch the surface and all of these people are hanging out with Nazis or playing with Nazis or like supporting them or whatever. It's just like, it's fucking exhausting. Or are themselves Nazis, you know? They have some fucking side project called Hitler 88 or whatever the fuck, and you're just like, god damn it, can we not, you know? Anyway, what was I saying? Okay, I'm not gonna necessarily accuse this of like queer baiting in bad faith or whatever. But like, um, the beginning of this film is very lesbian coded. All right, you got these gorgeous women that are like kind of flirting with each other, and they're literally called fruits. Okay, like they're all named after fruits, but they call each other fruits and shit in the fucking description. It was called fruits. All right, I'm not making this up. Okay, they're like drinking each other's blood and shit. There's like a scene where they're like wringing out their panties into like a collective thing, and then they're drinking it. I'm like, this is hot. This is gay as fuck. I'm into this. But they're not. They're not gay. They're not lesbians. They're all fucking straight. All right? And like the head lady or whatever, the head witch, right? The leader of the cult, she like controls them all and like makes it such that they can't date men or whatever. And like, I don't know, I thought there was maybe some kind of queer stuff going on there. But like, no, like the thing that they like fight for to like get their autonomy for is like, oh, the right to date men and to like fuck men. Great. That's so subversive. That's so edgy. That's so like, that's so radical. Like, oh, the message of the movie is that it's okay to fuck men. Great. Like period blood. I don't know. I think there was real. I think they were cutting each other a bit. Maybe scratch that. It's been a minute since I saw it, so. But I remember something about blood. There was something. They were definitely drinking each other's panty juices, but there was also something about blood. There was some other thing. I forget. Sorry. If the director watches this video and he gets mad at me because I got the thing wrong, I'm really sorry. I hope you keep making movies and I hope that they're awesome. But like, fucking, there was something else where like at the beginning of the movie I was like, this is gay as fuck. I'm into this. Hell yeah, let's go. It's not. It's not. All right. There's also a scene in it where like the like kind of ditzy girl like is fucking a bunch of dudes, and the way it's framed is just really bizarre. Like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be aroused or repulsed or like think this is funny or think this is uncomfortable. I don't know. It was just had a very weird vibe to it. And then later she's like, not gonna lie, I kind of assumed it would be gay because the premise sounds very queer. Thank you. It does, right? But it's not. It's not at all. Like, I feel like that was the vibe for sure. And then they set it up in the first act, and then it's just not. And it's disappointing, all right? And like, that's not the only reason I don't like this. It is the thing that pissed me off and felt like, okay, well, now I'm like mad at this. But like, I don't think the jokes are funny at all. I think that the dialogue is kind of insufferable. I'll tell you what, it reminded me of Queens of the Dead, where I didn't love the script in that. I didn't love the jokes in that. But the characters grew on me enough, and the style and the plot, like the movie grew on me enough where like I could forgive the fact that I didn't think it was funny and I thought it was pretty cringy. But like at the end of the day, I liked the movie. This did not have any of that, and it just had the cringy dialogue and the bad jokes. Okay, so this girl, she just like kind of is naked for a little bit, and the camera just kind of stops and like lingers on it for a bit. And it's very awkward and very weird. And like, come on, you know me. I am a fan of gratuitous nudity, gratuitous sexuality. I want more of that. Any amount of that, please and thank you. All right. I wanted all the girls to be naked, okay? I wanted all the guys to be naked, all right? I want more nudity in my movies, okay? I want them to be fucking, and I want to see it, all right? I am a pervert, all right? That's what I want, all right? The cinephile is a pervert, okay? That's what we're here for, all right? Not just that, but like, cinema is a perverted, voyeuristic medium, okay? So like, I'm not saying that you have to justify your nudity in your movie at all. I want to be very clear that I'm not being prudish about this. But I will say that in the context of like this like very liberal feminist sort of feeling movie, it was weird to have this like scene of gratuitous nudity, and like, I don't know how to describe it, but like the vibe of it was very uncomfortable and very weird. And I don't want to use I don't want to use a cringy buzzword or whatever, but it felt male gazy a little bit. It felt a little bit like, okay, you sat through this. Here's what you wanted. We'll give it to you. All right. Enjoy. Now we're cutting away. Look, she was really hot. Okay. I'm not going to say I didn't appreciate it. All right. But it felt weird. Okay. That's all I have to say about it. That's all. I don't like this movie at all, but I'm glad it exists, and I'm glad that people are enjoying it. I know a lot of people really fucked with this. Just not me. All right, shout out to the most recent review from Amy. I'm not in a place to give this a rating yet. My judgment is clouded by the utter betrayal of this movie not being about a lesbian coven. Thank you. It's fucked up. All right? But like that was just the cherry on top for why I hated this movie. Because I was already not liking it. Shout out my friend Deirdre. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing her name right. She says if I could do magic, I would unwatch this movie. Yep. That's a little harsh, but like I didn't fuck with it at all. Okay. Is that enough shitting on things for today? We're already going for an hour 20. Maybe let's move on to our commission reviews. Can always be more negative. Have you seen Hidden Figures? I just watched it yesterday and loved it. I have not seen it, but I'll have to check that out. Thank you. Let's just do this one real quick, and then we'll move on to the commission reviews. The New Faces of Death. You can't unsee it. A woman employed as a website content moderator comes across a series of violent videos reproducing death scenes from a film. As you can see, I love this movie. I thought it was great. I have a very personal connection to the original Faces of Death film. It is something that has played a vital role in my sort of development as a sick freak in a way. And I just fucked with it pretty heavy, but at least I do now, right? It's a whole thing. Faces of Death does sound so fascinating. I love movies about investigating snuff films. Yeah, so this is a little bit have I watched the 4K yet? I watched the first 40 minutes of it when the night before my trip, but I just had to call it and go to bed early. I'm gonna finish it tonight. It looks pretty good. Like the footage, like the death footage, just looks cleaned up, and like more high def. But like the scenes where the doctor is talking, shit is crisp. I will say though, God, it is a much more uncomfortable watch in 4K. It's rough. Like when it was a shitty YouTube rip, you could kind of get away with watching some of the grosser stuff and just kind of skimming over it. You can't, you see everything in this new restoration, and it's pretty rough. So it's a tougher watch on 4K for sure. I'm going to be doing a more long form something about the original and the remake. So I'm not going to say too much about it right now, but just as a quick thing to turn into a short, I was very unsure if this was going to be any good or if this was going to be dumb or what. It's a little bit tamer than I maybe would want. I would want it to go harder if it was my movie. Like I would want it to be really fucking gross, but it's not like it's, you know, PG-13 or whatever. And I do think I have to just respect the idea of remaking Faces of Death, because I think that's maybe the most unhinged movie possible to remake. But also, like, it's the perfect movie to remake because we're living in the age of constant faces of death. Like, this shit isn't novel or like unique anymore. Like, it's something that we see all the time on the internet. People grew up with this shit. And like, you know, when Charlie Kirk got fucking murked, we all saw that shit in 4K all over our feeds constantly. And now we make jokes about it. Going on a year now, you know? Like, this is the faces of death generation, you know? Gen Z, millennials, like, we've been on this shit, you know? Like, a video of someone dying isn't that novel, you know? And like, it isn't even staged this time. You can just pull that shit up, you know? So anyway, the idea of a content moderator being the protagonist of this film, I think is really, really, really cool. This is a really cool idea. And I think that the film is really entertaining, and I think it is well written and well made, and I just really liked it, you know? I thought it was a really clever idea, and I just fucked with it. So check it out if that's your thing. Again, like, the style of it is a little less grimy, a little more mainstream than I was hoping for. It's definitely like a mass distributed, is that what I'm trying to say? It's a more of a mass appeal horror film than I would like, but you know. Can I just say real quick, Sister Hyde did the promotional posters for this. This is fucking brilliant to have the like content warning over it for the posters. Like, seeing this shit in person at the theater was so cool. I love that. But I do like this poster, so I'm probably gonna leave it alone. I was hoping to get one, and they put my name down to call me when they were done using it, but they didn't call me, so it's a bummer. I don't think I've seen Faces of Death since the 80s, so I'm kind of curious to see the 4K, but I don't think I want to necessarily watch it the older I get. I will say, I don't think it's just a bunch of snuff videos or violent videos. I think it is a more philosophical and interesting work that it gets credit for. Oh, dude, that monkey scene, are we sure that's fake? That looked brutal. Like, that looked pretty realistic. Some of us are making jokes the day it happened. Yeah, some of those people might be talking into a camera right now. I remember seeing a guy get beheaded when I was in high school, and that was the first time ever seeing shit like that online, besides the videos like Traces of Death. It's all fake footage. Well, not all of it. A lot of that animal stuff is real, which sucks and isn't fun to watch, but like, that slaughterhouse footage is not fake, you know, which is the scene in the movie that I respect the most. Just an honest assessment of that, and including that as like the largest operation of mass killing in human history, you know. The monkey scene always felt real. Dude, it looks more real in the 4K. Like, I actually was doubting it. I was like, are we sure this is fake? Like, this looks awful. It's brutal. But it looks good. Like, they did a good job. Anyway, let's do our 2 commissions for today. Let me put this in the comment box like usual. The original Blu-ray had a really good documentary on the disc talking about how they made everything. Do you know what it was called, and do you know if it's on the 4K? Because I would love to see that. Okay, now I'm listening to Despised Icon. More deathcore. Shit is hard. God, these vocals are sick. The like classic deathcore vocals without all the gymnastics stuff that they're doing nowadays is so hard. It's so good. I guess I'll pin this again, though. I don't know. Yeah, it'll be fine. All right. If y'all want a commission review, $20. Hit that up. I'm behind, so it might be a second, but I appreciate it. I also just, the tip jar in general is open if anybody wants to throw me some bones. I'd appreciate it. We out here doing the thing, you know? That's it. Okay. Let's do the two that we have for today. Jeff, I have one of yours ready to go, and I have one of Dana's. So let's go to that. I have yours first. All right. First up, we have The Grapes of Death, my very first Jean Roland film. When the wine flows, the terror begins. A young woman discovers that the pesticide being sprayed on vineyards is turning people into murderous lunatics. Can I just say from the jump that this is one of the this is one of the silliest posters of all time. I don't know. Like, I feel like we had to have been able to do better than that, right? But I was looking at the other posters, and oh man, that's hard. We got Bridget LaHaye stripping in this one. That's pretty good. But I like this. Yeah, for real. I'm glad too. It's been on the docket forever. I appreciate it. Like, this poster kind of sucks. Honestly, it's not that good. This one's more purple. Dude, can we stop having Matt Honeycutt on songs? I don't think his vocals are that good, and he's like kind of a weird right-wing guy. I just don't fuck with it. This is prettier, of course, but it's also kind of nondescript. I like that this one has an exclamation mark. That's very silly. This isn't that good either. I don't know. This is so silly. I just kind of have to keep it. Anyway. I'm obsessed with Jean Roland now. I just watched The Nude Vampire a few months ago and got instantly hooked. Did you watch this one? Like, which ones have you seen so far? La Razins de la Mort is a sick title, though. How do you pronounce that? La Razins? La Raisins? I want to say just raisins, but that's not right because it's French, right? Have not seen grapes yet. I feel like this was just kind of an attempt to have a play on the grapes of wrath, right? But the grapes of death. So I feel like they reverse engineered the plot from there, which is kind of silly, but I have to respect it. The plot is kind of incidental here. I gotta be honest. This is all about the vibe. This shit is beautiful. All right, it's so gorgeous. It's kind of nasty too. Like, it's like low key a zombie film. I don't know what else to like. It's just beautiful. Like, it's so gorgeous. Like, the cinematography in this, the production design, all of it is popping off. All right. And yeah, the plot really feels entirely incidental. The ending to this movie is crazy. I was kind of not anticipating it, but yeah, Grapes of Death was my first Jean Roland film, opened Pandora's box. I am curious to know what about it really connected with you, you know? What about it like made you feel like you had to explore the rest of the filmography, and also that you wanted me to watch it? Because I get it. I thought it was great. And I feel like it's just scratching the surface of what this director is capable of. But like, I also feel like bad that I don't have more to say about it, because I really just thought it was so beautiful, like, and such a vibey, like, artsy movie that I just fucked with, you know? I've only seen Nude and Requiem so far. Um, but I want to pick up all the Indicator special editions now. Yeah, I bet they're sick. Did they do Grapes of Death yet? They did. On 4K. I'm a huge atmosphere guy, and this is a perfect example of a film that is so full of atmosphere it doesn't need a cohesive plot. It really doesn't. Like, it doesn't have one, and it doesn't need one. AKA Pesticides? That's kind of a sick title, too. Grim and gory zombie horror classic. There's a really memorable scene in this with a blind woman. Um, who just is looking for her husband in this sort of zombie apocalypse. And it's a pretty memorable thing what ends up happening to her, but let's just say that the wine is fucking these people up real good, you know, making them do some pretty horrific deranged things. And Bridget LaHaye is in this and like just gets fully naked to like prove that she's not a zombie because she's got like no bites or whatever, no scratches, you know. That's cool. Thanks for hanging out with me today, you guys. I really was I've not really felt like myself since I've left for Texas, and this is always a community where I feel safe being myself and I feel supported and you know, seen. So, I appreciate you all. What is on here? Audio commentary, introduction, documentary on the making of, interviews. This thing is stacked, dude. Stephen Thrower's on this. Shout out. New essay by Elizabeth Purcell. Fuck yeah. 10,000 units. Wow. All right. This to me is a good gateway into his films. You see what he's about before you get into the real artsy stuff. That's good to know. I'm glad I picked this one first then. I just kind of showed my girlfriend the list of films I had to watch for commissions and asked her to pick one, and she picked this one based on the poster, and she actually really liked it. She gave it a higher rating than me. So I was happy about that. So we both were initiated and fucked with it. So shout out to you. We're glad to have you streaming. Thanks, I appreciate that. That's kind of you to say. Um, all right. Kind of wondering if there's any, because I feel like I had more to say about it thematically speaking, maybe, but oh, I guess you could just read this as pretty straightforwardly like an environmental film, right? Like, hey man, the way that we treat nature is going to affect the way that nature treats us, right? It's kind of a thin, sort of flimsy thematic through line, or like, you know. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting exploration into how different people behave in crisis. This would have been a decent lockdown movie, I guess, if you wanted to feel really bad. You know? All right, and then after that, we have maybe one that will generate more discussion. We have The Exorcist 2, The Heretic. It's 4 years later. What does she remember? Bizarre nightmares plague Reagan McNeil 4 years after her possession and exorcism. Has the demon returned? And if so, can the combined faith and knowledge of a Vatican investigator and a research specialist free her from its grasp? Yeah, I would have loved to come on here and been like, so it turns out everybody was wrong and this movie is awesome. It's not a good movie, right? Like, we know this, right? It's not a good movie. Like, it's got a sick poster, I'll say that. Like, I do like this. It's very memorable and striking, but yeah, this movie's not good. you know? You're going to give The Exorcist 2 a bad rating, really? I will say that I think it's maybe not quite as bad as people make it out to be. Like, I wasn't like... And here's the thing. The Exorcist is an amazing movie, but it's not one that I feel particularly, like, connected to, in that I think it's, like, well, heresy to, like, ruin its legacy or anything like that. I do feel like, it seems difficult to make a good Exorcist movie because it feels like people have tried, and a lot of these movies have really bad ratings. Yeah. I will say, for the first 45 minutes of it, I was at least interested. I was at least kind of like, okay, this is kind of going somewhere. It just gets really racist and like, um, it gets really fucking racist, and the last 45 are just kind of really boring, and I just kind of checked out, just kind of like, okay, we're just kind of playing the hits, trying to redo the first one, and it's not really working. It's just, God, there's so many bizarre things that happen in this movie that I find questionable, or like strange, or confusing, let's say. um I don't know, man. I feel like I had more to say about it right after I saw it, but I don't know. It's just not that good, right? Like, oh, I will say, I don't love that Linda Blair turned like 18, and we immediately, like, in the first scene in the Fallout movie, like, try to like make her really sexy. Like, she's wearing like a sort of like, I don't know, you can kind of like see her breasts through her top, and like she's like dancing, and it's like very sexual. It felt weird to me, like, um that's how we opened the sequel to the movie about the child, like starring that same child again. um that felt weird. There's this bizarre fucking device that they use to like go into each other's minds, and like her therapist just kind of like low-key invents that and is like, yeah, no big deal, I just kind of invented this thing to like enter each other's like minds and spirits, no, whatever, kind of a casual thing I made for my patients or whatever. Yeah. The Exorcist series is a lot like the Jaws series. You have a classic, absolutely great first film by top tier directors, and everything after will never live up to the original. I think that's a good point of comparison, because there are so many shark movies too, and just none of them are as good, right? I feel like exorcism movies are, at least, you could do more different things with it, and I think there are some good ones, but this is not one of them. I do look forward to seeing the third one because I've heard it's pretty good. Um, this is accurate. Linda Blair grew breasts and became of age. Exploit now. I imagine that's what the director said. I mean, kind of. Here's the thing. This is a real director, and these are real actors, and yet, like, this is the director of Deliverance and Point Blank. Come on, man. Those are good movies. I will say it's well crafted, but it's also kind of kind of messy. It does feel like there were too many cooks in the kitchen with this one. And I heard that the director like hates the original. That kind of makes sense to me. That he's like, fuck that. Exorcist 3 is definitely way better. Personally, I hated Exorcist 3, but I also hated the first. That's a hot take. I'm curious what you don't like about it. I kind of... I love that movie, but I also don't think it is like... It's not in my top... It wouldn't make my top horror films, to be honest. Like, it would end up on there somewhere. It might make the first... It might make the top 100, but it's not going to be in my top 10 or anything like that. Maybe the top 50? I don't know. What else do I have to say about it? Yeah, there's the weird racism. That's bizarre. Oh, she cures a young girl's autism in this movie. It's very funny. Like I was howling. Like I laughed out loud when this little girl like turns to Linda Blair and is like, I'm autistic. It's not great, but I'm shocked that that hasn't been turned into a meme. Like I'm genuinely shocked that the autistics have not turned that into a meme. Genuinely. All I remember is it was very boring and I didn't care about anyone in it. It was a different time. We watched the original like maybe 6 months ago and it still holds well. I hadn't watched it since I was pretty young. I watched it for my Halloween marathon because I watched the I had only seen the director's cut and I saw the theatrical for the very first time because I was assured it was way better. I think the director's cut is way better, to be honest. I think it is like substantially better. 80s were definitely a time. Yeah, I understand that our understanding of autism in 1977 is not that of our understanding of it in 2026. So I'm not necessarily deducting points, but it was very funny. Agree, director's cut is way better. I'm glad you agree. I think that's kind of a hot take among Exorcist heads, but I just do think it's better. It's got like way scarier shit in it. It's paced better. Yeah. Anyway, it's bizarre that she can apparently just like cure diseases or whatever, or like neurodivergences or like whatever the fuck is going on there. I don't know, man. This movie's a mess, you know? There's also like this bizarre scene where she like walks out on her rooftop. She apparently also lives in like a $3 million a month apartment in New York City. Sorry, I'm just listening to this. Some crazy vocals going on now. I'm distracted. Oh, she like walks out on this like ledge with like a pigeon coop in it. I don't know. And there's like you can just it's just accessible from the fucking, you know, bedroom or living room or whatever. And you're like 20 fucking stories up or whatever, and there's like this like ledge, right? And it's like kind of got what is the word I'm looking for? Not a gate, not a railing. Maybe a railing? Yeah. I cannot believe I'm blanking on this word, but like speaking of music, I recorded an HM2 band all day yesterday. I don't like that tone anymore. What is HM2? I actually don't know what that is. I think it is railing. There is a railing on the fucking rooftop accessible whatever. But like it's not there's noticeable gaps so people could just fall or walk off, which is what she does. She almost walks right off the ledge and I'm like, that's crazy. That would never pass inspection. Like that's dangerous as fuck, like objectively, right? Like that's insane. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say about The Exorcist 2. It's not very good, but I guess it was worth a watch. Can I throw out maybe a last hot take? I haven't seen The Exorcist 3. I haven't seen Exorcist the Beginning, and I haven't seen Dominion prequel to The Exorcist, which is a crazy title for a movie, right? Seen some shoddy inspections, yeah, you know. The Exorcist Believer from 2023. I think it's better. I don't think this movie's that bad. I thought it was entertaining enough for what it was. I remember kind of enjoying this, to be honest. Believer sucks. Yeah. I thought it was okay, to be honest. I hated it. Most people did. I think maybe my expectations were so low. I mean, look at this. This is not a great lineup. You know? Haven't seen Believer yet. I don't know. Maybe if you go into it expecting it to be terrible, you can kind of enjoy it. It's very silly. Have you ever watched the Exorcist TV series? No, in fact, I didn't know it existed. This looks maybe not great. Stellan Skarsgård is in it, though, so that's cool. This poster is terrible. I mean, that's really bad. Not great. Rough ratings across the board. Why would you call your movie prequel to The Exorcist? Man, he reprised his role. This poster's a little bit better. It looks like very direct-to-video, though. Paul Schrader? Hang on a minute. We're learning things today. Did not know that Paul Schrader made an Exorcist film. Some people seem to defend this one. I don't know. Maybe these are at least entertaining, you know? Who directed this? Was it also Paul Schrader? No. Who are you? Die Hard 2, The Strangers, Chapter 1, Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Dude, this is a rough filmography. Can I say? Oh, he did this one. Was this the one that I had heard was decent? Maybe not. Exorcist TV wasn't bad. It got canceled after season 2, but season 1 was really good. Okay. All right. I'll look into it. Let me see if this is what I thought it was, because I thought that this was supposed to be good. Yeah, that's the one I thought it was. It has decent ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's apparently not that good. Like all great films, Rennie Harlin's solidly enjoyable. Deep Water is about an airplane that crashes right into a big pile of sharks. That's kind of awesome. That is a lot of producers. All right, well, apparently this dude does not make, let's say, great films. So maybe I'll pass on that one. I was gonna say, isn't this one the, yeah. I guess people like this one. Oh, he already made a fucking shark movie. This is not even his first foray into shark films. And it's not even his first foray into shark films starting with the word deep. Come on, bro. Schrader shot Dominion and the studio canned it because of the bad screenings it got, so they hired Harlan to make another one, and that's how he got the beginning. They later released Dominion on vid. Huh. Okay. Deep Blue Sea is a blast. Huh. Well, maybe I'll catch these eventually. This guy looks like he should, This guy looks like he should be a gym teacher and not a filmmaker, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Oh, he's Finnish. That's cool. Harlan remains 86 on the list of the highest grossing directors of all time. That's crazy. Okay. I guess that's why he keeps making movies. Guess he works a lot with this guy. I don't know, man. A lot of these movies just look really bad, you know? Yeah. I'll probably skip Deep Water, though it looks like it's a good time if you want something really fucking dumb. Isn't this one supposed to be pretty good? Sorry, y'all, I'm just yapping. It's a good cast. This looks rough. Yeah, it looks rough. I'll give Rennie Harlan Nightmare 4. I enjoy that one. Dominion is definitely better than Exorcist the Beginning. I do feel like I want to catch up on them. I don't even remember. Did I like this? Okay, apparently I thought this was pretty good. Alright. I mean, that poster is awful. Like, what were we thinking here? I mean, that's really bad. I could change it, but, like, that's the poster, you know? It is what it is. Is this the one that no, it is not. I watched one of these on VHS when I was hooking up with somebody. And they had a VCR, and they had this one on tape. It might have been this one? No. Maybe this one? Yeah, this is the one. This movie's crazy. I feel like we can do a better backdrop than that. Like, that's hard. Why would this not be the backdrop as opposed to this random shot? This is weird. I don't love this. Yeah, this movie's crazy. I do recommend finding people with VCRs and hooking up with them at their place and watching horror movies on tape. That's fun. It's a thing I recommend. I think that's it, y'all. We got 2 more minutes until we've been at it for 2 hours. So it's kind of running the clock a little bit, but thanks for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. We don't have anything to run back today, but that's okay. Because we had a pretty active chat and a pretty fun stream, and I appreciate that a lot. I really do. It means a lot to me when people turn up and spend a few hours with me. Like, that is a big come hang with us and watch our VHS tapes. I might. What was I gonna say? Glad I got to catch the stream. I'm glad you got to catch the stream too. Thanks for being here. Yeah, you know, I do need to take a second sometimes and reorient myself and be like, the fact that people are dedicating 2 hours of their Sunday night to just hang out with me and chat is not something to ever take for granted. You know, like, I'm sure y'all are busy. Y'all have stuff going on, and you chose to spend that time with me. I hope that I continue to earn that time with you all. I really don't take it for granted. I really do appreciate it. I'm always cooking or on call or sleeping when you're on and I miss it. Oh, well, hopefully you get to catch the replays. But I appreciate you being here. Yeah, that's all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will be back at it again. Should I even try to promise a stream on Wednesday? I'm glad I decided not to just lurk as usual. I'm really glad too. Have a good night and week. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really glad you decided to participate as well. I hope you continue to do that in the future. It's way more fun for me when people are chatting and it's a back and forth, you know? So I appreciate that. I would really like to stream on Wednesday to debut a new segment that I have cooking up. But it keeps, oh man. Dealing with some stomach pain right now. That's not fun. Yeah, I need to go. I don't want to promise it, but if all goes well, I'll have that ready to go for Wednesday. It'll be a fun new segment that I hope people like. And yeah, if not though, I'll see you on Sunday. Thank you again to Jeff for commissioning The Grapes of Death. Thank you for Dana for commissioning The Exorcist 2. Excuse me. I'll be back at it, hopefully with more reviews commissioned or otherwise next week. We'll probably talk about the Criterion announcements too. And like the video, please and thank you. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to my Clips channel. It's in the description. Go check out those videos. If you like this content, you'll probably like that content because it's the same content, just chopped up and edited, you know? All right, y'all, that's all. More Genrelon reviews will be requested. Fuck yeah. All right, y'all. Peace out. Have a great week. And remember that Satan loves all of their children. Bye.